Okay, hello Youthgo families. Today I have a link for the Center of Puppetry Arts. They have a video of a walkthrough of their Dark Crystal exhibit. And if you do not know what the Dark Crystal is, I strongly recommend that you watch it. It's a movie from 1982 that has amazing puppetry from Jim Henson. There's also a show called The Dark Crystal Age of Resistance on Netflix that I also strongly recommend. All of the puppetry and the artwork that has been done for both the movie and the show are amazing. So, as for this week's project, I am following prompt number 10, which is a mythical animal. So I kind of broadened it a little bit and am thinking more of like a mythical creature in my own mind. So I'm going to show you how to make a sock gnome as my mythical creature. You can make any mythical creature you would like to. And in any way you would like to. So draw it, make it out Play-Doh, whatever. I just thought this one would be fun because if you're anything like me or my family, you may have a couple of awesome socks that don't have a partner. So instead of throwing them away, you can turn them into cute little gnomes. So I'll show you, because I had to do it before I show you, so I know what I'm doing, but this is my cute little gnome I made. So this is what they look like. I actually used two socks for this one because I have some really cool like Hogwarts and like Harry Potter socks. So yeah, you can see he's got the snake for Slytherin right there, and there's the lion for Gryffindor, and there's the badger. I don't know where. I don't think I have a raven anywhere showing up. But anyways, look at him. He's cute, and he's got a nice little beard. So cute. Anyways. So, now I'll kind of show you the process I did. I'm making a rainbow gnome. So we'll see how that works out, but I'll kind of show you. This is just like a normal sock. I'm not using this one for it. I cut up a different one because this one I actually have the partner for. But when you're looking at your sock, the part that your foot goes into, so like this part right here, you're going to want to cut like right there because that's going to be its body. And I'll show you how to fill that body up. So you're going to cut right there. This is going to be his body. And then the rest is going to be your hat. And so you can make that as long or as short as you want to. This one would have a pretty long hat. But you're going to want to just tie one end. You can do that any way you want. You can just use the yarn that you're using to make his beard and mustache with, or like you could just use a rubber band, like little rubber bands or big regular rubber bands. I have these that I'm going to work with today for mine, but that was just to show you how you would cut your sock to start with. So this is his hat that I have started, and I did tie it with some yarn. This is the yarn I used, because, yeah. And then, because I had to take apart the yarn to make his mustache and beard, this is kind of what it looks like after you take it apart. I had to take apart many strands, and there wasn't really a way of knowing how long I should make these, how long I should cut them. So I just kind of eyeballed it. They're all kind of different. They're all different lengths. I didn't measure it at all. But that's what I did for my first one, and it kind of worked out. So I feel like if you just cut like a long enough piece and unwind your yarn so that it's single threads, it'll be fine. It'll work out fine. So what did I do first? Okay. So what I did first was, here's my foot of the yarn, and in this plastic grocery bag, I dumped rice. So that is what makes up his little body, is rice in a bag. So you see that? It works. You can fill it with anything, really. You can fill it with stones. You can fill it with beans. I did rice. In the one that I made beforehand, this little guy, I had some leftover like decorative sand, oddly enough. So I dumped that in him. So that's what he's made out of, is decorative sand. This one's made out of rice. So I tied my bag so that my rice isn't going to spill out, and then I'm just going to kind of shove this in here because we're not going to see this part. And then I stretch my sock up so there's not much, ooh, I have to do the nose first before I do this part. Okay, so in order to make the nose, I'm just going to take some toilet paper, rip off a little bit, ball it up into like a good nose size, and then I'm going to stick it in the sock. So you see, kind of has a nose. And then I'm going to put a rubber band around it to make it like, so it's like prominent. So I'm going to do that and then show you what it looks like. You don't have to use a rubber band for that. What you can do is you could just, what I did for this, guys, I actually sewed around it and then just pulled it tight. So I sewed in a circle and I shoved some wool, loose wool that I have, because I'm also a fiber artist. I wear many hats. So anyways, I shoved some loose wool in there. I sewed around it in a circle and just pulled it tight and then tied it off, and that worked. It worked fine for him, you know? So, all right. Okay, so now that I have his nose, look at that perfect little nose. Okay, then we're going to rubber band off the top, because it keeps it tight that way, and it'll be fine to have. And you don't have to cut any of this extra stuff off. You don't have to cut it off. It'll actually help keep his hat up if you don't cut it off. So now, since my sock is white, I actually, these were really old socks that I had from like when I was in high school. So weird, I know. But I cut up the other one so I could have a rainbow like sleeve to put him in, because I wanted him to just not be white. I don't know. I felt uncomfortable with it. So I wanted him to be rainbow. So I'm just going to slide this on him to have him have a rainbow vest. Because he's so cute. Okay, so there. And then I'll probably fold this in a little bit. Another thing, I'm using hot glue for a lot of this. So let's see, I'm just gonna, okay, I folded down that white part, brought it up to his nose. I think looks pretty good. He's wearing his little sweater vest. His rainbow sweater vest. So yeah, he's super cute. Then I'm trying to think what I did next, because I don't remember. I think I put the hat on last. So I think now I'm going to kind of use my hot glue that I pre-plugged in and got all heated up and ready, to kind of just like glue his little sweater vest down. So I'm just going to kind of like peel down a little bit, put a dab of glue, put it back up, let it cool. So I'm going to do that on the top and the bottom, just because I want him to stay together pretty nicely. I'm really excited to see what this little guy is going to look like. The other one, I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to look so dumb. But then he ended up looking really cute, and now he sits on my mantle above my fireplace. So he's super cute. So now I finished gluing the top. I'm going to go down to the bottom where he sits and just kind of do a quick once around with some hot glue. That should be good enough. I'm not too worried about him coming apart. All right, now I have to glue his stuff on. So with this one, I glued his mustache on first because it actually goes above his nose because you just want to fill in as much area as possible with beard. So I went above his nose for like the mustache part, but it like works out fine. So kind of like, whoops, I always go off screen. I'm so bad at that. But so this is kind of what it's going to look like. So I'm going to put some hot glue up here above his nose and then stick his like kind of above nose mustache on. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to really fill it up with hot glue, put a big ball of it on there, and then just press these into it and hope that the strings will stay. And I got it a little lopsided, I think. I think one side's a little bit longer than the other, but it'll be okay. I need some of these didn't touch the glue at all, so I'm gonna kind of putz around with that and like pick up some of the strands and put a little bit more hot glue and put them back down onto it. Just so that all of the strands really stay. I need more hot glue in my glue gun. Thankfully, I got everything that I should need for this right in front of me, because otherwise I'd be up and running around looking for things. Okay. Maybe just like a couple more dabs of glue, and then I'm just gonna press down. Ooh. Okay, I can kind of see the hot glue on top now, but I don't think there's going to be any way around it. Always working with hot glue. Be careful burning your fingers. I have a low temp one, so I'm not going to burn my fingers. I'll be fine. But the high temp ones, oh my gosh. I grew up using one of those because that was like all that my mom had at home, and I burnt my hand so many times using that. But they make low temp ones now, so we're good. I have hot glue all over my fingers, just like the stringy stuff, so I don't like how that feels. Okay, anyways, so there, he looks funny, but there's his above the nose mustache, and now I'm gonna go in and do the beard. So I kind of am just gonna move his above the nose mustache aside, and then here's all the rest of the yarn that I have pulled apart, and I'm going to take a little bit at a time and kind of just stick it below his nose. So first I'm going to put like a strip of hot glue like right here because I want it right up under his nose. Yeah. Okay, so right up under that nose. Make sure we get the yarn in there nice and good. Alright, so we're just gonna make sure it's semi-even and then push it up in there. So I just kind of push it up in there. Looks like I'm trying to pick his nose. But nope, I'm just trying to give you a rad beard, man. A rad beard. Okay, so with these, oh, that's definitely very lopsided. I did poor with that. Look at how much different that is. Oh man, I might have to give him a haircut. But that's okay. So instead of worrying about not gluing down some of these ones that aren't, like, you can tell they're not touching the glue, but they're still staying there, I'm going to just leave them because I need to add more beard anyway, so I'm going to be putting more glue on top of those, and it'll just kind of all smush together in the end. At least that's what happened when I made the first guy, so I'm just hoping that it's all going to work out. That's kind of like my thing. Just let's do it and see what happens. I'm losing strands of beard. Okay. And it's all right. It's all right if it doesn't work out. That's another thing. That's like part of being an artist, is realizing that sometimes you may make something and you might just hate it. you might just, it might just not work. And that's fine. Okay, I made him lopsided again. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and... Look at how funny he looks, though. I might just cut... No, I don't have a scissors by me. Well, that was silly of me. I got everything ready, and then I did not put a scissors by me. So, okay, anyways, I'm just going to keep going then, and I'm going to put some more beard, and as you go, the area that you're putting your glue is kind of getting smaller because you're going down with it. Oops, I'm always off screen, but you can see I got hot glue right there. So it gets smaller and smaller, like, so that you're going like this and then putting it on. Okay. Ugh, I stuck my finger right in the hot glue. There's like a huge chunk of it on my finger. Okay. All right, let's see how he's looking so far. Okay, not bad, not bad. He needs some... I'm worried I might have to cut some more yarn and have him... Okay, so he just needs a little bit of styling, but like, it's okay. I have some more yarn, so I'm gonna do that. I think what I'm gonna do is split the amount I have into a couple smaller bits, and then we'll see what I can do. Maybe I'll... Okay. Oh, there goes one. Okay, so I got it like all filled in now. So there's his entire beard. He's so cute. He still needs a haircut. And then you can kind of like run your fingers through it to make sure you can pull out any extra that didn't glue down. But now I'm going to kind of just add some on top and fill in his beard a little bit more. So like there might be some spots where I'm like, oh yeah, he could use a little bit more fluff right there. So I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and, oh, come on. My beard strands are getting tangled. Okay, I'm gonna grab a couple more. Try to make sure that they're somewhat all ending in the same spot. Well, that one is just extra long, so it's okay. It's fine. It's okay. All right. Ooh. My fingers are gonna get stuck to this guy. Okay. Oh, the little things that come off of hot glue are so annoying. If it didn't do that, I would like hot glue 100% more. And right now, my fibers teacher, if she saw this would probably be like, what are you doing? Don't use hot glue and fiber. You know how to sew. And I'd be like, yes, ma'am, I do, but this is quicker. She hates it when people use hot glue for things that they can sew. And I get it, because there's a lot of things that you can just actually sew. And it looks so much better, and it won't fall apart on you, or if it does fall apart, it's not going to look disgusting and full of like yucky, dried on bits, because it's easy to re-sew things. Anyways, there's my rant for you about using fabric and hot glue or any kind of fiber, like yarn, wool, whatever. Okay, so I got his beard all filled in and he looks amazing. Look at that beard. What a man. But anyways, yeah, he's got some length issues we gotta worry about. One side is way longer than the other, but it's okay. I still love him. All right, so now comes his hat. So I just I put his hat, okay. You just stick his hat on him. That's pretty much it. So, oh my god, it's adorable. Okay, so I'm gonna like do some fancy things, and I'm gonna roll up the bottom of this hat a little bit so it's kind of got like a, I don't know, like that rolled up part that you get. Oh my window is so bright that you can't even see how I like rolled it up. But anyways, I'll just do it. And if you can't see it, it's okay. I think you'd understand, like with a beanie when you like roll it up a little bit and then you got the rolled up thing that goes all the way around. Yeah. I don't know if there's an actual name for it. Just gonna call it the rolled up thingy. Anyways, now I'm going to hot glue his hat on, and I'm just going to do kind of the same thing I did before, and just do a little bit, push it down onto it, go all the way around so that his hat just stays on. That's all I'm going to do. Oh, okay. So I'm going to just keep going. And then I was going to get a little bit more fancy with this one, and I have some like beaded embellishments that I'm going to put on him, because, well, one of my friends, who I miss so much, by the way, one of my really good friends that I met in college, he moved to San Francisco, and he's living the life, living his dream, living his truth in San Francisco. And I miss him a lot. But anyways, when we were in college, he had tried making, well, he didn't try, he succeeded in making beads out of polymer clay, and they look amazing, and he wasn't creating anything with them, so he just gave them away. And I was like, oh my gosh, yes, I will take some beads and I will do something with them. Funny story though, I didn't do anything with them for a very long time. So, all right. So here's what he looks like. I got him all glued down, but you see how that one part that we left on top kind of holds his hat up nice, so it looks like he actually has a head, or whatever, you know. But so here are the beads. I pre-strung them, but they're like perfect. They're rainbow colors and they're amazing. And so I think I'm gonna tie this like, yeah, I like that right there. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna tie this on here, and then I'm probably gonna actually have to glue it too because the beads are slippy. They're slippy. Okay, hang on. I'm attempting to double knot this very fuzzy yarn. I hate tying acrylic yarns. It's so fluffy, and okay, there we go. I got it. Okay. So he kind of has them sitting up on the rim. So now I'm gonna just kind of like glue them. I almost wonder if I should just get rid of the string that's in the middle and just glue them on there. Oh, maybe I'll glue them and then I'll cut the string and just pull it out. So it's just holding it there for me while I glue it. Maybe that's a better way to go about it. But then I can turn the beads so that I have what colors I want to show for the specific ones. So I'm going to do this real quick and just glue these down. Turn them so I find the side of the bead that I like the most, that has like the most fun looking colors, I guess. Ooh, that one's fun. Okay, got that. All right, okay. Got one more to glue down after this one. Let's see. Yeah, that side. Okay, there. And then, again with the scissors, I'm I'm just gonna find a scissors real quick. Oh wait, I found one. Okay, so I'm gonna cut this red thread and I'm just gonna pull it out because we don't need it no more. We don't need it. Oh, he's so cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what he looks like. I can kind of trim up his beard now, so I'll... Oh, the scissors is really bad though. It's like... Okay, I might have to break out my fabric scissors. And if anybody knows anything about fabric scissors, you know never to cut paper with them. It just destroys fabric scissors. Because now you realize if you've ever tried to cut fabric with scissors that you cut paper with, like what I was just trying to do, nothing happens. You can cut all you want and nothing happens. Nothing, well, a couple things fell off, but otherwise it just like frayed it and it's awful. So I'm going to get my fabric scissors real quick. Okay, fabric scissors. They will change your life. See? Oh my God, you missed it. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, beautiful. You're looking stunning already. Maybe I'll keep this like swoop up that he's got. Oop. I'm so bad at staying on camera. I am so sorry. But he's got like a swoop up on this side that I really like. So I think I'm going to try to mimic it on this side. Oh yeah. Oh, now I need to kind of swoop a bit more. The thing with cutting things is it cannot grow back for these. So, oh, I might have cut that a little too short, but I'm all right with it. He's still cute. So there he is. And then as a finishing touch, ooh, I got little yarn bits all over me. Okay. As a finishing touch, I have a flesh tone paint. And yes, that is literally the color name. It is flesh tone. Oop, flesh tone. It's just some paint that I had gotten from my aunt when she had passed. So thank you, wherever you are. So I'm going to paint his little nose because his nose has got to be, I don't know, I want something to differentiate him from the rest of the sock. So it looks like there's a little creature in here. So I'm going to paint his nose. I need more paint than what I just put on there. So I'm going to paint his little nose. Be careful not to get it in his beard. I could have done this before I did the beard, I guess, but then I'd have to wait for it to dry before I put his beard on, and I didn't want to do that, so I'm gonna do it now and just be careful. This was one of my favorite projects, just so you all know. Something I've been wanting to do at Youth Go with everybody, but then I would have had to be like, hey, everybody bring in some socks, or I'd have to go and buy some cute socks. But then would everybody actually bring in a sock? You never know. So some people, if they saw the project and then they'd be like, oh yeah, I do actually want to make that, but I don't have a sock to bring in. I'd be like, well, shoot, So, oh my gosh, he's adorable. I don't know where I'm going to put him in my house, but he's probably just going to go on the mantle by the other one. He's cute. So yeah, you can go ahead and make a sock gnome as well, if you love gnomes as much as I do, because my house is filled with them. Seriously, they are though. That was my number one request for birthday presents, or like when I first moved into my house, that was my number one housewarming gift. I was like, do not bring anything except if you really need to, bring me a gnome. That's all I want. It's just gnomes everywhere. And a lot of people put them outside, but they're too great to put outside. I never put mine outside. I keep them all inside my house because I don't want them to get weathered. Silly, probably, but they deserve better. Anyways, go ahead, make your sock gnomes or your other mythical creatures, whatever mythical creature you enjoy, and have fun. Have fun with this project. Don't feel like you need to restrict yourselves with materials or anything like that. Get creative and have fun. All right. I will talk to you all sometime soon. Next week, hopefully. Or maybe if the quarantine thing gets lifted, I'll see you in person.